Hi guys, I'm doing these videos in steps as I do my glam because I realized that some people just want to see different parts of it. So here is my application of concealer. I already put some under my eyes, but I just put a tad bit. I'm using my blending bud. You can soak these in water and it blends much better before your applications. So I'm using the small one and I'm going right into my eye and coming down. I dabbed it also on some problem areas because, let's just face it, go right up into like the edge of your eye, and I love it because it keeps a clean area of where you want to highlight. So I'm using this in my highlight areas. You want it to go down. A lot of people ask me on how to cover circles. So I'm doing triangles right now. And covering circles and covering puffy eyes are going to be kind of similar, but a little different. I've learned some really cool ways on how to hide puffy eyes. But if you put a highlighter on puffy eyes, it's going to make the puffy eyes look lighter. So it's going to accentuate the puffiness. Remember, we put light to accentuate. So it is better to go for dark circles. For coverage around the eyes, you're going to want something maybe the same color or maybe pinkish tone, maybe yellow tone, depending on your skin tone. So if you want some advice on how to do that, as you can see, I'm just going in with the blending bud and just dabbing it. I love the blending buds. I love them. I do have a bit of a tan, so where I use, this is velour, where this does give me some highlight. Now with my more tan face, I almost don't even need to go in with a darker contouring if I use that highlight and blend it well. I have a breakout here. I have a little mark here because I pick my face. So now I'm going to go ahead and cover it. I also like, you want to highlight the bow of your lip, but I personally use the concealer on all of my top lip because I have some discoloration. So that to minimize the brightness of it, because then I'll be like highlighted all of this, then you could if you like the way it looks, then you can leave it like that, or you can use bronzer to come in and contour a little bit. And then is your chin. I have a spot here, so I went ahead and covered that, and I have some left on my hand, and I'm going to do this bow here, my chin, and I'm going to come in on my eyebrows. So I'm still using I'm going to use a tiny bit more concealer. I'm still using the blending bud, but you can apply this with your finger. I'm a big finger fan when it comes to application of makeup and paint in all mediums. So just coming in over the brow. I did my brows using the Obsession palette, but I want to go right up the side of the brow. And then what I actually like to do is take the angular brush, make sure that it's clear of any color, and I like to then blend some of the concealer into the front. I'm going to take this blending bud and make sure I clean up any. I'm going to take the concealer and drag it right down my nose for highlight. Again, I'm using a concealer in a shade lighter than my skin for highlights. So there we go. That's where I would highlight. Chin, Cupid's bow, down your nose, and around your face in this long triangle. Right now I don't have eyeshadow on. You should do your eyeshadow first, but today we're just doing it that way. Remember, there's no wrong way. It's just how you do it. And if you can tell, it's the difference between my skin and my eye skin. Um, I I do have the face primer under, and I recommend trying not to do too much smiling while your makeup is setting, because then it does kind of get in the creases. You want to let the primer set for at least 5 minutes. So while I'm letting it set, that's when I do my brows, because that just works for me. I'm seeing I have another little blemish here, because that's just the way the world works. When we bring it up on our cheekbones here, we're making all of this stand up and then stand out, and then it just gives us a brighter look. As you can see, I have sun freckles, pregnancy freckles. I'm not really worried about covering them today. They are lighter because I put it over sparsely, but really I'm not worried about making them completely go away. It was more about the mark by my nose and this mark here. So that's how I use the concealer, and then I would come in with my foundation. With the foundation, as we have shared before, the Flawless 4, I use it in taffeta, and I'm going to pour it out first. A lot of people do the highlighting second. Some people prefer to do it first. I have gotten into the habit of doing it first, so that's how I do it. It doesn't mean that I'll change my mind, because sometimes you try different makeup techniques and then you're like, wait a minute, why haven't I been doing it this way? Or why have I always struggled with it in the past? Shake up your liquid foundation. We have foundation for every skin type, for all different types. And so you can go on my site, Ferris Made in Makeup, and if you want to be color matched, I will be happy to color match you. I'm going to use my foundation brush. My little baby. I have a 7-month-old who is being so patient with me. You take just 4 drops, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably don't even need 4 at this time, but so that's where I have my highlights. Let's do some pictures on highlights. And then I'm going to dab my foundation where I would like it. My foundation is more of my regular skin color, and I'm then just going to blend it. And I'm not going to go over my highlighted areas, like right under my eyes especially, but I'll go on the top of my forehead. For the summertime, go a shade darker or 2 shades darker. For contouring, you may want to do the 2 shades down from your skin, but if you're tanning, keep that in mind, because you might have to go extra down. So the brush, I love the brush, and I like to go in circles up and outwards. You don't need to go hard. I think it cleans up so well. And I'm just coming some on my lip, and I'm gonna come right under my nose, and I'm gonna come down the sides of my nose with it to narrow that space. I have it on my forehead, and so I will go over that forehead. Remember, everywhere that we have it dabbed to contour and cover up is where we would have it not so showy. We want it to kind of disappear a little bit. I have a pronounced forehead, pronounced nose. all features that I love and make me me. So it's just kind of working with what you have and then seeing what's the best way to accentuate. So here it is. Oh, my baby. I have used it on my face, and so it gives me this really soft, smooth look, and I love it. I see a little bit of concealer here, so I'm going to take this and just dab it in this corner. So again, once you apply this, try not to do too many crazy faces until it sets a little bit. I can leave the house right now and feel like I have zero makeup on and still feel so glowy and like my skin looks great, and just it's the makeup that looks like you have no makeup. So I love it for that. Say hi. Hi. We don't all have beautiful skin like you. I have to say that my skin has been looking much better after the baby. Pregnancy wrecks my skin. And I've been doing a lot of yoga and trying to drink more water. Trying is a key word here. But foundations, concealer, I use the Mineral Touch in Taffeta. And I also use the Touch Mineral in the Skin Perfecting Concealer in Velour. This is still with my tan. I use the blending buds and the foundation brush. And I also use the Glorious Primer to prime my face for the makeup. So it just, I use the brow palette, and it's a really simple way to do your makeup if you don't want to look too overdone. So thank you again for watching. Bye. I'll come back with some summer eye looks that I want to try, and I hope that you enjoy. And if you want to get any of the products I've listed or have some questions, go ahead and shoot me a comment or a message. Thank you again for watching. Bye.